good.
Hi, everyone. I'm Lisa D'Amico with the Rockland Arts Festival, and I have the pleasure today of speaking with writer and playwright Serena Norr. So, Serena, welcome.
Thank
I'm
you. Thank you
so
for having
excited to
me.
talk to you. This is wonderful. What you do is amazing.
Oh,
And
thank
I
you.
know for a lot of people, we enjoy the theater and we enjoy, reading and so on, and, the work of writers, but we don't understand where this magic comes from.
Mm,
So
yeah,
tell me about your journey.
yeah. So my journey, I think, I've always been creating, always been writing as a kid, kind of making up worlds and tapping into my imagination. And then as you become an adult, that kind of goes away, in favor of life and obligations. But always have gone back to stories kind of on the side. My background is in editorial and writing. So always on the side when I could, I was kind of creating worlds and writing stories. And it was really back in like 2018 where I took a class at Westchester Community College and kind of tapped back into playwriting. And then during COVID, I started a company called Let's Make a Play, just as a way to create a community around playwriting and to teach people how to create plays without having to go back to school, that kind of thing, like piecemeal type of classes here and there. And so I really focus on just the core focus of a 10-minute play. We also go into monologues and some full lengths and focusing on within kids and adults. So yeah, I write my own plays, but also love teaching plays and kind of creating the community and really encouraging anybody to write a play. Like you don't have to have a playwriting background. You really can throw yourself in there and learn the tools to create your own worlds and to create your own skits, as well as to tell your story through this medium, which I love.
I think for a lot of people, it feels intimidating.
Hmm.
It really does, because most people don't have a point of reference for this.
Yeah.
When you have a class, let's start with a class of adults. What's the advice you tend to give them universally?
Yeah. So I have a kind of starter class called monologue, how to create your own monologue from a personal story. So in a way, the person becomes the character of their own monologue by telling a piece of their story. We all have so many incredible and multi-layered stories. So allowing them to really tap into themselves as opposed to kind of creating and making up really helps people kind of start before they get into the actual playwriting. So we start small with like a 2 to 3 minute monologue, learning all of the core components of a monologue, reading examples, watching monologues. And then I really encourage them to kind of like get up and do like an open mic style with their monologue as they get comfortable. So it's really, I think for me, at least as a teacher, is about having them tap into themselves. And then we kind of get into character as the next level with like the 10-minute play. And often in a 10-minute play, you're often like connecting to yourself anyway, but it gives you another layer when you're a caricature and maybe can add certain things that are not you, obviously. But yeah, kind of starting small, like starting with a monologue, 1 minute monologue, and then kind of like a little ladder, like progressing your way up.
That's really interesting. Besides teaching them the skills for playwriting, you're teaching about confidence.
Mm, yeah,
That's
I guess.
amazing.
Yeah, I guess I didn't. I guess I didn't realize that. I mean, I guess that's playwriting has also helped me with my confidence, actually, now that I'm thinking about it, because you have to be really vulnerable, you have to be open, you have to be willing to tell these stories in kind of a different way that's a little bit scary.
Mhm.
Um, but through the community, I found like we're kind of all like in the same boat and we're all ready for that kind of a thing. Because you do have to put yourself out there, not only in your words, but as a person and the communication. So it is, yeah, that's a good point. It is a combination of communication, writing, community, and then learning these skills to kind of like take it further.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
wonderful. When you
Yeah.
work with children, is there a different approach?
It is. I mean, I definitely connect plays to a little bit more on the movie and TV scale. Like we talk about their favorite movies and TV. We talk a lot about what makes characters special and what makes characters great, kind of breaking it down a little bit more simply. But their ideas are often just so dynamic and so incredible, multi-layered. I'm like, how did you think of that? Like, because their imaginations are so raw and untainted. So they come up with these just dynamic and incredible ideas, and they often want to get in and be the characters and dress up. They want to do it all, which is so cool. So it's a matter of like, okay, now we got to sit first. We got to, because as opposed to as if they're going to be reading like a play from somebody else, encouraging them to sit down, and then we get really excited to reread each other's work. So they become characters in each other's plays. So that program is often like a little bit longer because they just need more time to like actually do the writing, and then we do some acting as well.
Serena, I want to take one of your classes.
Yes,
It's
please.
amazing.
Thank you.
Thank you. Before we go, is there
Yeah.
anything else you'd like to add to the conversation?
Yeah, just, if anybody would like to reach out and learn more, it's letsmakeaplay.com. I'm not a brick and mortar, so I kind of work with different partnerships, different libraries. Happy to work with like small groups, even at like a coffee shop or something like that. So yeah, just reach out. I'm in Westchester, happy to go to ROCKLAND, lower Westchester. Just would love to just bring my passion for plays to other people and really just encourage people to try. And yeah, hopefully we'll get another playwriting group going soon. So thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Serena. Bye for now.
Bye.